Hey guys, it's World War II Studios doing my D-Day gear. So this is pretty much like what you would have had right when you landed. So I would have taken off my parachute and reserve chute in my vest and the rope that all the paratroopers got to let themselves down if they got caught in a tree or stuck on the side of a building or something. So I guess I'll start with my gun. It's just a M1 rifle, standard issue rifle for the US Army at the time. It's a Denix replica one. It's a really good gun. If you aren't old enough to have a real gun or you just want a gun for display, Denix is really good. Kind of pricey, but it definitely looks the part. And then for my helmet, go top to bottom, I guess. This is just a basic steel pot M1 helmet. Got my hearts painted on there for the 502nd. And then I put on an OD7 helmet net and got a bit of helmet scrim on there. Didn't really want to overdo it, seeing lots of paratroopers didn't even put any on. But I decided to put a bit on. Still have the chin cup and chin straps down, because this is like right after you've landed. The liner is original paratrooper one, so it's really awesome. But the pot itself is just a reproduction one. I'm kind of planning on getting a new one. Well, I've got a new one. I just need to paint it. And then, guess moving on down, I've got my M42 jumpsuit on with gas brassard. Yeah, and then underneath that I have my wool mustard shirt, and then below that I have my M42 trousers, and I have trouser suspenders on there now. And then my jump boots. So that's pretty much it for my uniform itself. And then I guess my gloves, kind of part of the uniform. They're not the proper riding gloves, but or the horsehide gloves, but they're pretty close, so I'm wearing them until I get the right ones. And then moving on to my web gear. So I'm wearing the M36 suspenders with felt pads on there, so just helps with the jump, so they're not as like heavy on you. And then I've got my paratrooper first aid kit on there, and I put some friction tape on it because they use lots of that stuff, so I figured to put some on there. And then moving on back, I have my musette bag on there with it attached to my suspenders on the front here, and then underneath on the back. And then my bandolier is an at the front reproduction, but really good reproduction. And I'd recommend it. Pretty much everything from at the front's really good reproductions, but it's kind of pricey, so yeah. Then for my pistol belt, I'm using that instead of a cartridge belt because lots more of the original photos you see them with the cartridge belts, or pistol belts, sorry. But most reenactors have cartridge belts, so I decided to go with pistol belt because it's a bit more accurate. So over here I have my Colt 45 holster from World War Supply, and then I just have an airsoft M1911 in there because I don't have a real one yet. Then moving on to the front more, I've got a reproduction rigger pouch. just kind of a cheap reproduction, nothing too great. An original 1943 magazine pouch for my 45s magazines. I can't really get it snapped down. Oh well. Then moving on over here, it's my T-handle, which I just got the T-handle itself, but from at the front the T-handle is, and then the holder is 1942, and then I also have my M7 assault gas mask bag right there, and then which is a reproduction from Epic Militaria. I got it for really cheap because they had printed the letters in the wrong color, but I painted them to the right color, so it's accurate now, but I got it for a good price. And then I also have my GP ammo bag right there, because you can never carry too much ammo. And then I have got my, yeah, you can kind of see it, my Carlisle pouch there, which is an original, but the date is worn off, so I'm guessing it's probably 1942, but I'm not sure. And then my canteen is an original 1943, and so is the cover, but the cup is 1945. And then, I guess I missed another Rieger pouch in there, but the Rieger pouch is just another reproduction one. Thanks for watching, and I will be coming out with some more impression videos soon of Market Garden and Bastogne, and some other videos as well, so subscribe if you want to see those. And I'm going to give you a couple tips on the things that I've learned about doing impressions like this. So first, if you want to start an impression, really definitely figure out which one you want to do. If it's World War II or anything, and then unit and what time period, because I mean, even for the paratroopers, the gear changed throughout the war quite a bit. So figure that out, and then look at lots of the original photos of what they wore. There's quite a few out there, especially for what I did. So definitely look at those, and maybe look at some reenactors' photos too, see what they are wearing. For me, I mean, I looked at photos for a lot, and figured out things like wearing a pistol belt instead of a cartridge belt. It just kind of, it looks different from what other people have, but it's kind of accurate. And then figure out what you all want to get, because you're not going to get everything that all the different paratroopers had. So figure that out, and then find some good deals. That's really, it takes a long time, but you're really going to save a lot of money if you do that. You can go to Army Surpluses. They've got some good deals lots of times, and you can save a lot of money. And if you get original stuff, it's going to probably go up in value, so that also helps a lot. And then once you get all your gear and stuff, weather it, unless it's original things, of course, don't want to weather that. But so weather it up, that really helps. And then something I found for this impression that really helps, especially for any D-Day impression really, is really fill up your pockets and things. It's just more accurate, and it looks really good, because for the paratroopers at least, we were out there for, at least planning to be out there for 3 days. So that's a lot of ammo and food and just other random things. So really just carry everything that you can. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you want to see my other videos, they'll be coming out soon. And see you later.